All right, well, you see all the partying going on as everybody's getting ready for Cinco de Mayo, and you watch them dancing and moving freely and having fun, and those kids are probably taking for granted their good health right now. We don't want to do that, and if you're suffering from any kind of back pain or perhaps other things that are related to what's going on with your spine, you really need to pay attention here this morning. Dr. Jamie Kaiser is here to talk about all the different things that run up and down your spine and out into your body, that they're all related. And if you're not properly aligned, there's no telling where it's going to pop out, is there?
Right. You know, we do something called NUCA in our office up in Solana Beach. And NUCA is a very specialized procedure aimed at restoring proper alignment between your head and the rest of your body.
Now, I really want to set this up in the beginning here to let people know that whatever you think you know about traditional chiropractic, this is not it. And in fact, it's so startlingly different from that some people don't even understand how it works.
There's under 300 people that do NUCA worldwide, and it's just a very specialized form. It's very, very gentle, very, very precise. And again, what we're going to do, every single nerve in the body travels from your brain down and out. And so if this area up in the top isn't in the proper position, it can affect anything down below. So most people are running around chasing symptoms, be it naturally or through medical allopathic means. We don't do that. We want to get to the source of the problem.
Well, you brought in a patient this morning, and Ramona Nuss, we've got all these mutual connections going back here through San Diego. I feel like you're an old friend here, but I would have no idea looking at you all the symptoms that you were suffering with when you went in to see Dr. Kaiser. You want to just run down the laundry list? I mean, you look so healthy and comfortable sitting here, and I read this, and I expected to see somebody in great pain sitting here for this segment.
Yeah, I was diagnosed officially with fibromyalgia about 12 years ago. Along with that comes chronic fatigue, and at the onset of a cold or anything, it just sets me back for weeks. Pain. The way I get relief is going to a chiropractor, or I thought I always had to go, thinking I was out. But chiropractor, when I have osteoporosis also, it's just more evasive. It's harder on the bones. And if it wasn't from a massage therapist telling me you need to go to a NUCA doctor, and I thought, what is that? And she told me, and I thought she was kidding. And so she said it a couple times. I looked up on the internet. I found Jamie here. And what he did was amazing. And I just couldn't believe what he was doing.
Well, let me, from a doctor's standpoint, describe what she was suffering with, and then we'll work backwards and talk about what you did for her.
Right. So when she came into the office, she had, like I said, this huge laundry list of things going on that were, we talk about back pain, neck pain, and those are things that the listeners out there say, well, I've got neck pain, I've got back pain.
Right.
Let's put the pain on hold for just a second and ask, what are those health concerns doing to your life? What is it stopping you from doing? What are you missing out on? And so she came in with all these different problems. We found out, well, it's not just about the pain, it's about how it's affecting you. And so we took some measurements just trying to determine if she was a candidate for what we do. And through some precise measurements, computerized testing, we could see that things in the upper head and neck area weren't in the proper place.
So all these various things that you even mentioned, TMJ,
Yes.
temporal mandibular joint
Yeah.
dysfunction, or what?
Jaw stuff.
Your jaw stuff.
Yes.
Exactly. So, I mean, there was just all this stuff going on. So, traditional chiropractic, you felt, was a little too invasive, was a little too rough, and it might actually be exacerbating the situation in terms of the osteoporosis.
Yes.
So, you go to Dr. Kaiser because you've heard about this gentle treatment. But I've got to ask you, the first time you have a treatment, did you think anything happened? It's so gentle.
No, no. In fact, I would have told him he was a quack and walked out. I thought it was a joke. I would not have believed it again if I was not told ahead of time from my friend. But
so your friend warned you, don't wait for anything dramatic to happen here. It's going to be very gentle. So you expected that part.
yeah.
So driving in, how'd you feel? To the office, on your way, what on a scale of 1 to 10, what kind of pain were you in?
10.
So it was acute.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Awful.
So then what was the adjustment like?
Just gentle, and he laid me down, and the way he did it on my neck, it was like no more than reading your pulse. And he would kind of shake, and I hear the noise coming from his hands, and that was a lot of work for him, I think. But I kept saying, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. And then I got up. By the time I walked to my chair, it's like, I don't feel anything, And on the way home, I could sit normal in the car.
Scale of 1 to 10 again. You came in at 10 in terms of acute pain. What was it driving home?
9.
So it had backed off.
Oh, it did.
Noticeably backed off
It
the
did.
first time.
It did.
And where's your body at now? Just
Today, 9.
10 being the worst.
Yeah, 10 being the worst.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry. 10. Oh, driving home, it would have been a 2.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
that's
sorry. I'm
well,
sorry.
No, I got to be honest with you. When you said that, I thought, well, I was hoping for something a little more dramatic.
As
but,
was I.
But on a first adjustment.
I'm sorry.
But
Yeah.
but you say it went from a 10 all the way down to a 2.
Yes. Yes.
Well, okay. Now we're really talking
Yes,
dramatic
yes.
here. Then.
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry.
today you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most painful.
1 to 2.
1 to 2. And how many treatments?
You know, right now she comes in for a checkup every month, every 6 weeks. I mean, what Nuka Care is supposed to be is like the eye exam, the dental checkup.
It's not 3 times a week.
Once you get someone's body corrected and stable, you're not supposed to be, more times in my office does not make you better. You need to get someone's body corrected and stabilized so it holds the adjustment, and that's when the real healing takes place.
Now, I want to let folks know that if they call this number here, you'll take a certain number of folks. And
First 12, first 15, whatever shows up on the screen.
yeah,
there.
whatever it is going to say here on the screen, you'll take that number of 12, they're telling me, is what you're going to do today. The first 12 callers that come in, they'll get a wide array here of services and an exam for really next to nothing.
The bottom line is people are scared, they're skeptical, they spend a lot of money, and they're like, you know what, I've been told nothing else can be done, why would I want to go waste my time or my money? You call the number, you make the appointment, you book it today, and no charge for the exam, no charge for the consultation. We'll go over every single question you got, insurance, costs, all those things. If you want to move forward from there, it's only $49.
Now that
to get the
includes
X-rays taken.
an X-ray package that
To
would
get the
normally be
X-rays
well over
taken.
$200.
To figure out how to fix someone, to change things, it's only $50.
Now, we talk about how gentle the actual adjustment is, but there's a tremendous amount of measurement and examination that goes into it and planning before you make those gentle adjustments. You're looking for the exact spot.
Every single person's body, there is a thumbprint, there is a fingerprint up here in the top, unique to you, for me to figure out how to get the whole thing back into alignment. And so based on that first visit, we run all the measurements so I can figure that out. Every single patient gets adjusted differently. We're still working in the same area, but we're doing things unique to what is going on in your body.
Ramona, what are you back doing that you could not do before? Some of your favorite activities?
I work out on the Gazelle. Vacuuming, just something simple we take for granted. Dusting, vacuuming, normally a lot of pain. I can do things.
Just simple household chores that you
Exactly.
couldn't even do before. You're back doing those.
Bending
We
down.
won't say you're enjoying vacuuming, but
No, I like to clean house.
but you're able to do it now. Well, I'm so glad for you. And Dr. Kaiser, it's always great when you come in and share these stories. It makes it so much more real when we talk to somebody like Ramona that actually went through the whole process. Folks, if you are uncomfortable, if you are in pain, I invite you to go see Dr. Kaiser. The first 12 callers, again, the exam will be free, but you have to make a commitment now to come in and see him because your schedule is really tight.
We set appointments, for 1 hour for each person.
It will be an appointment, and then if you decide to go on, the X-ray package is under $50 for something that would normally be $250 more.
200, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you so much, Ramona.
Thank you.
Continued good health to you, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming in.
Thank you, Mark.